Hello soulmates. So today we are learning how to make a Victorian corset, a top Victorian corset. So, and before we start, I'm just trying to, we should be able to get our basic and before we start, we should be able to get our draft our basic bodies. So this is the chest line. I came up from the armhole line by 1 inch. Depending, you know, when you want to get your chest line, you measure from the nape of the neck down to where you want your line to be, right? So we have, this is our shoulder line, our armhole line, the armhole line, the bust point, the under bust. We have bust point, we have the under bust, we have the waist line, and we have the length. So for this blouse, I'll be using length of 21 inches, although it will be less than 21 inches after I finish cutting, because I will not be adding a yoke, so this part will be eradicated. So if you are going to be adding a yoke, you should know that you have to retain this part, but because I'll not be adding a yoke to this, so this will be going off. But before we start, it is very, very simple and easy. So after getting your basic measurements, then you get your armhole line. I have taught us how to do this in my previous video, so if you are yet to watch, you can watch again to get it. And if you watch my video of that underbust corset, how I did that underbust corset in my previous video, you'll be able to get, you'll find it easy on how to get this Victorian corset, because it is pretty easy. It is pretty easy. You know, corset is defined by the number of style line you have and the number of bone in the line. But here we're using the bust, so I'll be inputting my bust pan measurement. That's my nipple measurements from one nipple to the other. I think I've explained how to do that as well. So input your nipple to nipple measurement on your pattern paper, and you know, you connect together to the bust point, from the bust point down to your blouse length. Good. So this is what you have. Then you measure the distance between your under bust and your bust point. Here I have 3.5. Right, so the 3.5, I'll be taking in 1.5 here. I want it to be more prominent, right? So I'll be taking in 1.5 on this side, from the under bust, under bust to the waistline, then to the blouse length, right? Then the other side, you return the remaining 2 inches you have, you return it here. Now this blouse is going to be snatched with rope. It's going to have eyelets, so I will not be imputing my seam allowance while doing it. So you connect after imputing you connect. Make sure you connect it together like this. I will not be using a bust dart for this. I will not be using a bust dart for this. Then from your shoulder line, you measure whatever you have on the shoulder line here, from the shoulder slope. You divide it by 2. Whatever you get, you connect it down to the bust point. You connect it to the bust point just like this. I hope you are getting it. So this is what you have. This is your under bust, your waistline, your bust point, your armhole line. This is your chest line. So you connect as same. So on this side, I'll be tightening my upper bust by 1 inch. I'll be tightening it by 1 inch, so it will not be opening at the upper part. I am not busted, so you just put your 1 inch. That is half an inch on both sides. You had half an inch on both sides of your upper part here. Then you use your curve, whatever curve you're using, your armhole curve, your hip curve, your pattern master. Just use your curve in order to make something like this, and also you do something like this. So you have something like this, and from this on this side you have something like this. Can you see it? So from here, of course, here always seem longer. You measure whatever you have here to your bust point, then just move your tape here, and you know, reconnect. So that by the time you join it together, one part will be shorter than the other. I am having my paper on fold like this because I'll just be placing it. I'm cutting on fold. So now the next thing for you to do, we're almost done with this. It is pretty easy. Is to determine your, now this chest line is for my upper bust to cover my cleavages. Now you can determine how deep you want your center to be. So here I'm using what we have here, 8.5. So, and you can decide to shape anyhow you want. Either you leave it straight like this, or you curve. I think I prefer giving it a simple sweetheart curve, a simple sweetheart shape. Okay, so you have something like this. You understand? And for this, we'll not be using this. I won't be using the yoke, so I just connect whatever I have. I connect it like this. This is for the front part, and then we input our measurements. So for my measurements, my bust is 40 divided by 4, that is 10. So I have 10 here. I will not be adding sewing allowance to it. I hope you understand, because I'll be adding what is it called? I'll be adding my bust measurement is 40 divided by 4, that is 10. Then my waist measurement is 32. 32 divided by 4 is 8. So you measure from the beginning, from the center front till you get here. Whatever you have here, you continue here, skipping this middle. So here I'll be able to get my height. I hope you get that. So whatever I have here, I'll put it down here. I think I have 5.75, so I'll put that here. And for this side, I'll be using the same measurements because it will not be touching my hip. It will just right on my waist. So here I'll just do the same here. So I'll add in half an inch, 1 inch to the sewing allowance here. So the 1 inch I took in here, I'll have to add it back. Okay, don't forget I tighten this place with by 1 inch. So whatsoever I'm taking out here, I'll be returning it back here. So this is the 1 inch here. I hope you understand. So now the next thing is for you to connect together. So this is what I have. This is what I have. By the time I shape this, here will be more prominent. I hope you understand. So that is that basically for the front pattern here. If you'll be needing your yoke, you need to tighten. I'll explain that multiple times. You need to tighten your yoke by 0.5 on both sides and connect together before cutting out your yoke, so that by the time you join your bustier together, you'll not be having excess yoke at the upper part. But for this, will not be needing yoke. So we proceed to the back pattern. I already have my armhole line. So the next thing I want to do is, I think I used left or right. I don't know. So I would not want to draw a yoke for my back pattern because I don't need this. So the next thing I'll just do is from this armhole line, I'll measure. Let me use from this line. Let me draw another line to indicate. Okay, so this is where I'm starting my back pattern from. Right, so from this part, I'll just measure whatever it is I'm taking there. I have 10 inches here. Okay, I'll just measure 12. I'll measure 12 inches. So for my back pattern, for the back pattern, I'll measure my shoulder divided by 2. I'll input my shoulder measurement as well. So this is for those that want to add their yoke to their. So once you have this, then bring this down. Draw out your armhole line. Okay, all right. So now let's proceed. For the armhole, you get whatever your butt pan, you input it on your waistline. That is 4, right? Then you get your 4 here and your 4 here, right? So you draw a straight line. That is our dart line. So this is our dart line for the back. We are not doing anything extra. It's just a simple corset, right? So the next thing is on both sides, you take in half an inch on both sides for your darts. So now you are going to go. Let me extend this line up a bit. I hope you can see it. So if you want, by connecting your line, just go up above the armhole line a bit so as to tighten that part like that. Then extend your dart to the upper part so as to tighten that part. So and here you extend it to the down part a bit and tighten the down part as well, just as same. There's no extra on this. So don't forget, we're still coming back because you're going to shape blouse length. And the next thing you're going to do here is, since I'll be using an highlight. So next thing I'll just do is just to get 1 inch here. I don't want it to be too wide because I'm not adding sewing allowance to it, so I'll add 1 inch here. I'll take 1 inch down, just 1 inch down. You can decide to make your slants depending on how you want your highlight line to be, but I want it straight, just as in here. Then the next thing you do is you input your measurements. Okay, so the next thing you do is to input your body measurement. My body measurement is 10, right? 10 inches. You're starting from here. 10 inches, that is 40 divided by 4, that is 10. Plus this 0.25 on both sides, and then we use 10.05. So for your waist, you are using 8. So you continue, just the same thing you did for the front. Whatsoever you have here, you continue, you move your tape back here, and you continue. So I'll be inputting my 8 inches here. So what do I have here? I have 4.5. So that's in 4.5 is what I will extend down to this. Okay, so I have 1.5 there. So the next thing I'll measure here is my 8. So you continue like that. So you have your 8 inches here. That's 1.5. So then you do what you connect together. So we will not be needing this, but I just want a simple style line. You can see the way this front line is coming. So I would want to extend something like that here. So I think I want something like this. I want the back a little lower, just a little. Yeah, I think I like it this way. Okay, let me do something like this here. I think I prefer this. So eventually, make sure your armhole line is connected to each other. I think that's that. The next thing we want to do is to cut out. And before we cut out, we are going to shape in the down. I don't want the down to be straight. So I'll go back to the front. I'll go back to my front pattern and slash the dart leg open. Make sure your line is touching each other like this, just as seen. I hope you can see. So the next thing I'll just do is, okay, before then, from this side I'll come up by 1.5. I'll come up by 1.5 like this. So just for me to be able to get my style line. Then you can connect using your. So you have something like this. So basically, it is just this side that will go there. Then on the back part, and you come up by 1.5 like that, and you do the same thing. You extend the same thing to the back pattern. I just want the back line to be like this. So that's that about that. So the next thing I'm going to do is to cut out the pattern. So like I said, you need to put the for this and nothing to cut it off. This is our back pattern. You need to number it so you don't mix it up. Side back up, center back up. So far from I didn't mix it up, right? So this is what you have. So the next one to do is to place it on our fabric. I'm using a chain fabric for this. So I'm trying to get the stretching line. So the not stretch back before the length, let's stretch back before the body. So hold your material to and put so. The base of your pattern. For my first pattern, I'm going to slant it at the front to hard boning to it. So I'll be dropping, I'll use an inch boning. So I'll just put in what I have here. I have an inch, so great. You can use your pin, your pin down. Okay, so you have this, then you use the other part of the chain of the pattern here. So this is what you have. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to add half an inch in allowance. Now because I'll be adding my boning, I'm not going to be on half an inch, so I'll just put in 1 inch here. So that I won't have very excess, I'll trim it off. I only have 1 inch to the front here. Okay, so we're good. Here, because I had half an inch here, so I'll just add another half an inch to this side. So that's 1 inch altogether. So next thing we do is to cut out. I'm not having extra this line because I'm taking it. I was going to slit. You don't have to go into both sides. Okay. So the front pattern is here, then the next one is to cut out the back line. So this is what you have after cutting. After cutting out your pattern. So in our next video, I'll be showing us how to join together and how to add our boning channels and line to hit and what the outcome looks like. Thank you for watching. If this tutorial has been helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye. See you in the next video.